got Pete, we got repeat. I repeat that we have Pete, we got repeat, and we got Huda. We talking NFL, baby.
Yeah! Here to bring you the facts, data, and statistics up close and personal. Letting you decide if it truly is hate or debate. Hate or debate. Let's go! Yeah!
Welcome back to another episode of Hate or Debate, and we are in here with the one, the only Pete Castellano from the Bump and Run Sports.
I tell you what, man, I know what I got to do is I got to get my black suit on, my white shirt, black tie, and I got to get some B-roll footage so I can get on that opening.
Yeah, we definitely got to get you in there, Pete. We definitely got to get you in there. We got to clean him up and get him in there, man. Yeah, man. I'm not mad at that at all, man. How you doing, Pete?
Doing good, man. Glad to be here.
Man, good to have you as always, man. Huda, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling great, man. You know, I'm a grandfather now, so that's beautiful. And
congratulations.
Fantastic.
Thank you. Besides that, got another one coming in 2 weeks. So
a little too soon.
When did the gray hair start to come in? Because I got plenty. I don't see any on you, Grandpa. Come on, let's go.
I'm trying to stay as young as possible. I'm Benjamin Button, man. I go back.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Pete's out there winning with the white. It's not even great with him. It's looking good with him, man.
There was a time that this was salt and pepper, and now it's just straight salt. So
straight salt. Hey, high blood pressure. You got it. You got it.
All right, man. Well, I'm glad that everybody's here. And as I told everybody previously, Huda had lost the trivia, so he had to do the cold take for us. Y'all put down in the chat comments down there below and let us know how y'all think that Huda did. And before we get the show started, I'm stuttering. I guess I'm too hyped for the show. Pete and the repeat is in the building again. But shout out to the sponsors, man. Shout out to Planet Vapor for all your vaping needs. Everybody, if you can't reach them in the state of South Carolina, there are 11 different locations. You can always reach out to them online, planet.vapor.com. Hit them up. Their sister company for prints, Southpaw Prints, for all of your print needs. They wrap cars. They do backgrounds. If you got a background like this and you just want it where you can roll it up and get on out of there, they got you for that. Linen, doesn't matter what it is, they got you. They do stickers, hats, shirts, every single thing. Last but not least, shout out to Blind Fury at Blind Fury Bro Studios for all your recording needs. If you need a hook for 106 in Parks, Legendary King, hit him up and definitely get all of those things taken care of. Now that we got all of that out of the way, let's get into this free agency because some things have gone on and I've been wanting to talk about it. I've talked a little about it, but who else to talk the most about it but with you two, man?
What's so cool about free agency or this time of year in general is that for NFL fans and teams, this is like Christmas, right? You got free agency, you got trades, and then, you know, within a month or so, we got the NFL draft. And it really is like Christmas because it's the eternal optimism. If we do this, and if we do this, and if we get that, then we might be really, really good next year. So that's why this time of year for me, especially as a kind of Jets fan, trying not to be a Jets fan, but a Jets fan, we're always looking to the offseason, baby, because the regular season, there's not a whole lot to pay attention to there.
I can understand that. And since you mentioned the Jets, let's start off with them and that we'll pick back up of my boy. We got I'm thinking of his name. I'm looking at him, but he went back to the Jets, man, from the Raiders. Quarterback Geno Smith. What do you feel about that?
You say you can't go back home again, but he did. I don't hate it. I think it's kind of a placeholder move for the Jets. I love Geno. I love the kind of transition he made from being a backup to what he did in Seattle. Didn't go so well with the Raiders last year, but I think that had a lot more to do with the Raiders than it did have to do with Geno. The one thing I can say about him coming in here is that the Jets, for the first time in a while, should have a pretty decent offensive line. We do have a couple decent wide receivers and a young tight end. But I just think this is more of I wouldn't be surprised if they end up picking like a Ty Simpson at 16, or if they wait for maybe a Nussmeier in the second or third round, because I think you can get him pretty cheap. Here's a guy, Nussmeier, who was supposed to be potential Heisman Trophy winner, maybe national championship with LSU, and it just didn't go that way. But does that mean he stinks? I don't think so. But now you don't have to pick him up. You don't have to worry about him being snagged in the first round. So I wouldn't be shocked like something like that. But in the end, I think Geno's more of a placeholder, but a really, really good placeholder.
I wouldn't be mad at having him as a backup, if not a starter. If you got that in the draft like that, I wouldn't be mad at that at all.
No matter if they go get a quarterback at all in the draft, I say this every year. I want guys to sit. I don't like, I tell people all the time, as a former quarterback myself, these guys are learning an entire new language.
Yeah.
Like if you want to go learn French right now, I don't think you're going to get it if you start August 1st, you're not going to get it by September. So it's really similar to that. Like, not only are you learning a new language, but then everything is faster and you have to read it in 3.5 seconds. It's just a lot to ask. And I just prefer any quarterback, I don't care who they are. I just prefer that they sit for a little while and have a chance to kind of watch a pro. And boy, I would love whoever it is to sit and watch Geno Smith, because I think he's just a consummate pro. Goes about his business the right way, hard worker, first guy in, last guy out. Knows the NFL now, has been around for a while. What a great guy to learn from. So, at least half a season, 10 games, preferably the entire, first, rookie season.
Yep. Huda, how you feel about it? How you feel about the pickup of Geno?
Well, I liked it, Geno, the Seattle Geno. Any other Geno, I haven't been a fan of. He overthinks, he overthrows, he will throw it into the dirt. He likes to run sometimes. He'll stick in the pocket sometimes, but for the most of it, he got to get outside the pocket to do his thing. And he's just not a winner, man. He's not a winner. He's not a winner.
So you
look what Sam Darnold did. Look what he did. He had a run game in Seattle too. You know what I'm saying? And
do you not think that he would have did the same, if not better, than Sam Darnold in Seattle last year?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But I do think you do make a good point. When he, in his first couple years with Seattle, when they had a really good running game,
right,
that was a more effective Geno Smith. And I think with Breece Hall still being there and an upgrade offensive line, I think there's the possibility of that. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean for the Jets this season? 6 wins, 7 wins, 8 would be a monster year. I don't think it's even going that far. So, we got to keep expectations in line with what's there.
Right.
But, with a good running game and a good offensive line, Geno's got a cannon, can make every throw. Yeah, so with some time, he needs help. And he's one of those guys that certainly needs help. But he's not a guy to carry a team. I don't think anybody expects him to be that. So.
Right. You don't have a lot of quarterbacks now that can carry a team. Now you have the top 5 elite. And out of that,
can they even do it? Let's be honest. Can they even do it?
And even out of that
Patrick Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes in the last couple seasons has statistically, now not, we know what we're looking at, but statistically he's been very average. We say, well, what about Joe Burrow? Well, Joe Burrow's just got 2 of the best freaking wide receivers on the planet right now, so that kind of helps.
Right.
So even Josh Allen, you can, I guess you could kind of point to him and say,
he carries the team. He does carry the team.
Yeah, but I gotta be honest with you, man. Most of the league, I mean, it's just rare. I mean, Tom Brady had help. Peyton Manning certainly had help. Peyton Manning had monster rosters.
Plenty of it.
So most of these teams that win have good rosters. There's a reason you win. It's one thing to put up decent numbers, but it's another thing to win a lot of games. You gotta have a lot of help around you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, go ahead, Huda.
I was about to say the only person I could say that shocked me the most out of all NFL quarterbacks ever was Eli Manning when they went 8-8 and ran to the Super Bowl and took it. That
just had a bananas run. He just went nuts. Yeah,
he went crazy.
Run that was insane.
Yeah.
Right.
Facts.
When you have runs like that, it's not even just a quarterback, but your team, when you're on a run like that, You
They had
change
a straight
nothing.
hand.
You run it up. You take all of that and you
You-
go with it because I mean, shots like that are like, you know, this is your one shot at it. Next year it's not going to be the same team. We all know that, and that's in all sports, but especially in the NFL. You don't know what injuries are going to look like when you have that window. That's why I'm so mad at my Niners at their opportunities and the things that happen with us. I'm not even going to blame it on injury bug. I'm not going to blame it on the substation or whatever they're trying to put onto that. I'm going to put it on at the moments that really happen. Kyle, you Atlanted us, man. You Atlanted us. Man. You took it back to what you know. What they say, when you get scared, you go back to what you really know. I'm gonna pray. I'm scared. I'm gonna pray, but yeah, man.
I'd say it is though. I like the acquisition of Mike Evans.
Yes.
Now we have to make some assumptions here. We got to assume that he's healthy, but if he is, you know, they don't really do what do they call something management in the NBA? The
Load management.
Load management in the NBA. This is a perfect spot for load management in the NFL. They don't really do it in the NFL, but this was the spot because if there's a healthy Mike Evans going into the playoffs, man, that just changes everything. You know, Kittle will be back. Juwan Jennings should still be okay. Like, there's a lot there. Trent Williams, did they take care of that whole Trent Williams thing? Is he going to be all right?
If not, they're gonna have to pay him $10 million tomorrow.
I tell you what,
they should be able to work that out because I mean, you think about it. Oh yeah, we did pick up Osa.
JLE we in the chat, brother.
But okay. I like what San Francisco did. I like that move. It screams to me, hey, we're gonna take another run at this. Got a guy with championship pedigree, has been there, is always putting up 1,000 yards. First time last year he didn't. And that was because of injury. So it just really comes down to, is he going to be healthy? Can he stay healthy? And if so, I really like that one a lot.
I liked that one too. I'm mad a little bit about it.
JLE 3 says a consistent 1,000-yard receiver. Yes, he's tied.
Right, 11 out of 12 seasons, bro.
He's tied with Jerry Rice in that. I mean, that's great company. And like what Pete was saying, being added into this roster. Now, what you got to remember, we picked up Osa Odiga. I can't pronounce his name. I can't do it. It's too much. We got him from Dallas Forest Steel. We got back Dre Greenlaw, $6 million a year, prove it deal. We want to see what you got. We still have Tatum Bethune, who is a rookie. We picked up Lowe. We picked up Thoth. We picked up Christian Kirk, who, I mean, we picked up a lot of people will be like, these guys are here. They do this, they do that. We picked up depth. What we didn't have last year was depth. Correct. That's why when we were in a situation, it was win or lose. We lost because our defense gave their all, which they really weren't there. We picked up some people on defense to help out. We picked up offensive players. We're picking up the right players that Kyle Shanahan would need to add to Christian McCaffrey, the Kittles, and the Juwan Jennings. Like, he's a free agent right now, but his stock is low right now. Nobody's bid on him at all. Right. And Juwan Jennings, yes.
Get the flaps out of the sandwich.
His exit interview, he was in tears because he knew he was going to get the bag. But right now, he's not getting no offers or anything. It was a couple fakes on Facebook that I had to look into very extensively, but no, he hasn't been tampered with or anything. And this is what almost double digit cents, but I like it like that because I'd like to have him back in the flock. You got
been very effective with the Niners, yeah.
Yes, he blocks up and down the field. You got Mike Evans with him, who I love all of that. And that's enough about those guys. We'll go on to Kenneth Walker leaving Seattle and going to
I seen that.
The Kansas City Chiefs. I think they won this free agency like I don't know what. They got pieces on pieces on pieces, and you give Andy Reid that many toys. I mean, we talked about Kyle, but Andy Reid is like, that's his daddy, man. Who's your daddy? Hey, come on, man. Until you proven and you beat this guy every time you went to the Super Bowl, you lost to this man. The same guy. It wasn't a different team. The same guy came and showed you what time it was. Yes, you are a brilliant mind. That's it. but till they got that championship coach behind it, no. I think Kansas City Chief adding Kenneth Walker to that offense, it's going to be dangerous when Patrick Mahomes comes back. But that's crazy because they signed a backup quarterback in free agency. And I want to ask Pete, what do you think about that acquisition? You think they'll be able to, I mean, Justin Fields will be able to hold it down as good as Andy Reid is rebuilding or building up these quarterbacks? Do you think Justin Fields will be able to do it there, the Justin Fields that we know?
I don't. But if Justin Fields is ever going to do it, it has to be now. Because if you can't work with Andy Reid and make it work, like if you can't learn from this guy to be a serviceable quarterback, at the very least in the NFL, if you look historically since Andy Reid has been with Kansas City, he's had backups like win playoff games.
Yep.
So it seems to be like if you go there, you learn how to play quarterback, right? So if it doesn't happen now, I don't know that he even gets another chance. I really genuinely don't, because you would have to look at it and say, if you can't work with that guy, then you just can't work. And I don't know that it will. I don't think it will, but if anybody can do it, it'll be Andy Reid. As far as the Kenneth Walker thing, I think it's really nice acquisition, but I will only say this about that. Kenneth Walker doesn't fit typically what Kansas City likes to do. They usually like to have dual threat running backs, guys that can run a ball, little quick, shifty, and catch the ball out of the backfield.
Correct.
That's not really his game, at least not yet. So we'll see if they're able to get that out of him. Or now what he is pretty good at is pass pro out of the backfield, because he's a big, strong dude. And they certainly can use that. Okay. The only thing I will say Kansas City hasn't done yet that I'm kind of surprised with, at least not as much as I thought they would, is they haven't really bolstered up the offensive line as much as I thought they would. Now, maybe they're going to address that in the draft. And a lot of times after the draft, guys become free agents then because teams drafted guys that they are happy with, right? So we'll see about that. But they just didn't make – that was really the big thing, is that Mahomes was always on a run last year.
Right. And
they didn't address that as much as I really expected them to. So we'll see. Now, if they're taking a different approach and they're going to be more, especially early in the season, they're going to be a little more run-oriented, then the Kenneth Walker thing is really nice. Then it's great. He's just not typically what Andy Reid, even if you go back to the Eagles days, he's not what he typically likes, having in his running back. He likes to have dual threat guys.
That's right.
So we'll see what he does with that.
Where you at with it?
I think they went parallel with exactly what they always have. They like chunky backs. They like backs that try to get the extra yard. They had Pacheco. They had Kareem Hunt. All of them were just downhill runners that try to twist and turn for the extra yard. So I think that was parallel. Like, they gave us Pacheco, which we could have just kept David Montgomery, whatever. But they gave us him. You know what I'm saying? And then it went back to now they're going to replace Pacheco with Kenneth Walker, which makes sense, but it's still just parallel. If they don't have a line, Kenneth Walker ain't going nowhere either. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be the same old. With the Justin Fields, I believe Justin Fields is one of the most electric quarterbacks, only if he could get with the right person. And I do feel Andy Reid is the one. And you get to watch a person that basically has your game, Patrick Mahomes. You get to sit and observe, not come in automatically like Pete was saying about how people just come in and go right to being a starter. That's what he did with the Bears and stunk up the place. And
but
the same thing with the Jets. Same thing with the
he'll have to. Because remember, him being there, he'll have to, because Mahomes has been
might not be ready to start the season. Probably won't be ready to start the
season.
Yeah,
he's
3 games, something like that.
He's definitely gonna have to jump in.
Right.
But Justin Fields is a dog.
I think Mahomes will still show him, work with him, and everything. So I mean, they're part of an elite squad right now. He's going to make it understandable to him. I don't think he's just going to not be there and be like, "Oh, you're trying to take my job." I don't see him being that type of player.
And he did it to Russell. He did it to Aaron Rodgers.
Think about Russell and Rodgers. Think about those guys that you're talking about now. You're not
Aaron,
sauce
Aaron
from
Rodgers, man. I got
Those-
Stockholm syndrome from Aaron Rodgers, man. You know what he did to us for many
Rodgers-
years? I
Aaron
love
Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. Bro, he
Praying
beat the
he
dog
wasn't
out of
coming
us.
back to- I was praying he wasn't coming to San Francisco, man.
Oh yeah, no. Now he got the noodle arm, but yeah. All in all, Justin Fields was a good call. I think Kenneth Walker, he's gonna fit right into the scheme. But one thing I can say about Justin Fields that Patrick Mahomes isn't used to is running around everywhere because you ain't got nobody blocking. Justin Fields, his whole career with the Bears, he didn't have a line. With the Jets, he didn't have a line. With the
Steelers, he didn't have a
with the
line.
Steelers,
Yeah.
he didn't have a line. So if he got a solidified some blockers and he got time to actually look, he got a cannon. He can get it going. And he can run with his feet just because everybody's downfield and all the DBs are downfield with him. Open. He's out there. Ain't no lineman grabbing him. So, like, Kansas City going to be what their line allowed them to be and their defense. They got weapons. So, the weapon part is handled. That's how I feel about it. And they filling in spots, which is making me kind of mad because you know what we're doing over here. But I do like the Greg Dortch pickup, though. You know, we had to replace Khalif Raymond, but yeah. Besides that,
JLE said Justin Fields has all the talent in the world. It's been shown in flashes. He was playing good football in Pittsburgh until they benched him for Russell Wilson. The Jets weren't the ideal fit for him, and his time in Chicago was a crime against him.
I've shown flashes at time. I showed flashes as a sophomore in college. Like, the league, this is not a league for flashes, guy. You know, I showed flashes, and here I am on a podcast trying to make this thing work. Like, come on. It's just,
Jelly, talk about it. It was a lot to read. Go ahead and
talk. Hill was on Jake.
About it, man. Good to have you back, man.
Definitely. Salute to have you back, man. Salute.
What's up?
Imagine if your girlfriend said that. Like, he's a good guy. He shows flashes sometimes, but most of the time he's not.
Yeah, imagine that. That would be crazy.
Come on. Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
You're gonna marry that guy? He shows flashes, but I don't know. So
this is why I say that. When you look at Justin Fields' career in the NFL so far, he has the arm strength, no doubt about it. He has the running ability. If Justin Fields had a consistent offensive line, he would be one of the top rushing quarterbacks in the NFL because he has the speed, he has the power. If you saw him in Chicago, a lot of those times he was running for his life, getting out of sack attempts and all that stuff. So he's strong. He's a strong boy. He's a strong guy. He's a strong guy. It's just now, as a Chicago Bears fan, mostly by proxy because my dad is from Chicago, so that's why I rooted for Chicago.
I didn't know you was a Bear. I forgot you was a Bear. If I didn't know you was a Bear, but that's crazy. Okay. Go ahead.
So I got to see all of Justin Fields in Chicago. And I'm telling you, I feel so bad for that man. Like, I think now the Chicago Bears owe that man half the pay. Because he was literally running for his life every single game. All the time he was in Chicago. And not to mention that atrocity they had as an offensive line, and then his receivers. I mean, come on, man. Your best receiver is Amon-Ra St. Brown's brother.
Equanimus.
Amon-Ra St. Brown's brother.
I thought he was gonna say Amon-Ra, but then
yeah, I had
no. Equanimus, man, St. Brown.
Yeah, I can't even pronounce the man's name. But all I know is he's Amon-Ra St. Brown, brother. So we already know which brother is more famous.
Hold up. You see it. JLA3, glad to see you on. You already know. Shout out to you, T. And we've been seeing you the last couple shows too now. We wasn't just ignoring you. I saw it late. You know who the always is on me about the comments. I got them posted right now.
Kev in there too, man.
Go ahead, Jay. You say who?
Kev.
Yeah, I see Kev. He said K9 struggles with catching. That's why Seattle had combination. Yeah. My bad. So late on that, Kev. Like I was saying, man, Huda is always on me on these. Go ahead, JLE.
Okay. So back to Justin Fields and his receiving core in Chicago. Like he had Cole Kmet coming in, but he was a rookie, so he still needed time to develop. And he had Darnell Mooney, who apparently that wasn't the right system for him because as soon as he went to Atlanta, he started balling.
He did.
So Justin Fields just never had the right talent in Chicago. And honestly, I think Chicago would have been better if they kept him over Caleb Williams.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Because now let me tell you why I say that. Let me tell you why.
Look. JLE, you tiptoeing on it, JLE. You tiptoeing on it. Go ahead, JLE. Go ahead. I'm about to bring the violins out, JLE. You gotta explain it. I'm gonna give you 15 seconds to explain this, JLE.
Oh,
Okay. So Caleb Williams, heck of a player. I'm not taking anything away from Caleb Williams as a talent. But if you see Caleb Williams play, if you really diagnose the way Caleb Williams plays football, he's kind of a one-track minded quarterback. Like, he'll look the first option, maybe look at the second option, and if you don't see nothing, he's gone.
Yeah, but he can throw the football.
He can. Well, I mean, you have to be able to throw
Justin
the football.
Fields' big problem is he really just not a really good thrower of the football. He's not very accurate.
No. Justin Fields has a cannon.
Oh no, he's got a big arm. No. He's got a big arm. I'm not trying to say that. He's not accurate. He can't even throw a 5-yard out and hit the guy with any kind of consistency.
Well, that's because he has to run for his life. Now, Pete, you said yourself, Pete, you're a former quarterback.
Yes.
If you drop that and the second you drop that, people are coming at you, would you be a very accurate passer too?
I get that. Here's what I'm trying to say. If you look at what makes Patrick Mahomes really great, everybody thinks of like the plays when he's like falling down and throws the ball where his knuckle almost drags on the ground and in the Super Bowl, like and they're all amazing. You know what Patrick Mahomes is best in the league at? Layups. He hits a 5-yard and under at like an 85% clip. He does not miss on the short one so that you're constantly in a 2nd and 2, 2nd and 1, or the guy runs for a first down. He doesn't miss those ever. If you look historically at really great quarterbacks, all-time great quarterbacks, they don't miss layups. If they're hitting those short 5-yard outs, backs out of the backfield, they're hitting them at like an 85-90% clip. And then we wonder why their percentages are like 65, 67, 68%. But that's why. Instead of being in 2nd and 10, they're in 2nd and 2. And that's one of the big differences, because that's where if you look at Justin Fields, his completion percentage is the same on a 5-yard out as it is on like a seam route to the tight end. It's just not good enough. And that's what I mean. It's more his accuracy. He's got a cannon, man. He's an unbelievable athlete. You mentioned how strong he is. He absolutely is. And if Kansas City, if Andy Reid wants to use him like that as an athletic quarterback, run him more. That was another thing I thought the Jets didn't do enough. Like at least Pittsburgh used him as a runner. Like lean into these guys' strengths. I never understood that going back to Michael Vick and all these guys. Like lean into their strengths. I don't understand it. But he's just not a really great passer of the football. And when I say that, I mean accuracy wise.
Okay.
Caleb wasn't either though. The Bears defense.
So we're gonna
save them last season. But go ahead,
we're gonna let the people in the chat room decide what that is, and we're gonna keep it moving because we have a 25-year-old that was a 3-time Pro Bowler that has reset the market out here. Tyler Linderbaum is one of the guys nobody's really talking about in this, but he's on the move. Nobody said anything. I think that is a winner. You need a center. That is not a beginner. He's a rookie. Well, not a rookie. He's a young man. I'm sorry. I'm excited. He's a young man, 25 years old, 3 Pro Bowls under his belt. Whoever got him, if your starting center is better, which I doubt it is, you're on a landslide win with him, man. What do y'all feel about that and him resetting the market for it?
Well, that's just it. Like I'm a big believer. I'm always talking about offensive line. Like if you don't have a good offensive line, it doesn't matter. Like everything else is going to struggle. I become a Detroit Lions fan, and you can tell the difference this past season because they didn't have the same offensive line work, and Jared Goff was under a lot more duress. And center is underrated. Center comes right after left tackle, in my opinion, because it's the quarterback of the offensive line. He's the one calling the scheme. But $20 million for a center is a lot in a hard salary cap league. That's all. That's the only issue I'll have with it. Was it the Raiders that signed them?
Yep.
I mean, it was the Raiders. Now, the reason they can do that is because they're going to draft Mendoza, and you're going to have your quarterback on a rookie salary, so you can spend extra money elsewhere. 4 or 5 years from now, you're not going to be able to do that anymore. You'll have to make sacrifices somewhere. But when you're going to have a rookie, whoever is going to start for them, it's probably not going to be Mendoza. But when you have a backup and then Mendoza, a rookie, you can spend $20 million on a center.
That's right, because he's under.
You can do it for now.
Yep. And you can pray and hope for him to get better. You can keep all the optimists up. Right.
Yeah. The thing that's smart about it is if you look, let's use Tennessee for example. Last year, they draft their quarterback, and he was just getting murdered week in and week out. Right. Look at what they did. They spent most of their capital on offensive line and defensive line. I think they got 2 tackles, 3 guards, and then a bunch of defensive linemen. Like, you have to build from the inside out. If you're not going to protect, especially young quarterbacks, and again, this all comes full circle. I mentioned before about how they're basically learning a new language. Well, guess what? If you've ever tried to speak Spanish, I'm not very good. So when I do it, I'm pretty slow. No bueno. You know what I'm saying? So you need a little time. You need an extra second to get it out of your mouth. Well, so if you got a rookie quarterback, you want a really, really strong offensive line so that kid can take an extra second to figure out what the hell is going on out there with the defense. So it's smart. It's smart to protect these young players, especially young quarterbacks.
All right. I love what you said on that, Pete. So I'm going to transition to this too. I think is the biggest loser. I ain't saying losers. The biggest loser in free agency. JLE, you still there with us?
Yeah.
Okay, because I want to go around the room with this and see what y'all have to say about this. I think the biggest loser in the whole free agency is Max Crosby. The man was already gone. He was happy where he was. He said his goodbyes to the Raiders. He was mad at them and Tom Brady from when last year they was shutting him down. Yep. He did not want to play for that team anymore. The deal went through, and somehow the deal did not go through. And see, if I was him, the reason I call him a loser on this, he lost out because when you go through what he went through and what they're saying, his knee was all of this and all of that, and that's what the public and every other team sees, that's going to mess up his money. Max Crosby, first of all, this isn't a Brandon Ayuk knee injury. This is not a Brandon Ayuk injury. This is what, a meniscus and some other light stuff right here.
Yeah, a little cleanup.
Yes, this is on. He's on schedule for being what he is. They wanted, they wanted Hendricks in the first place. They got Max, and the 2 first picks, it was buyer's remorse, if you ask me, on anything. And they said they could still get Trey, and to put a hex on someone like that, or to make them seem like that because you didn't want them in the first place, but you wanted to be the team that got him. I believe he's not going to be there. I believe they're going to not get what they got or would get from Max to Hendricks. I think, if you ask me, Max is a whole bunch of a better of a player. And he's got his name spelled with the 2 X's in it, man. That's turned up to the max. Don't do me like this, but come on. I think he is, in this free agency, he lost because of the money and how teams are going to be looking at it, and they're trying to stick him in Las Vegas. I'll let y'all go around the room with it. I'm done on it.
Well, he may be the loser out of it, but to me, Baltimore comes for the first time in organization history, frankly, since they've been in Baltimore. Baltimore comes across very sleazy.
Yes, sir.
Because you're right. This was a done deal. And then when people saw that they were giving up 2 first-rounders plus, there was definitely buyer's remorse, and they backed out and then went with the free agent. They could have gone with Trey Hendrickson before they made the trade for Max Crosby. So that's what makes it sleazy. It's not like Trey Hendrickson was the backup plan. They could have done that. I'm sorry?
I said, you think Harbaugh would have did that?
Well, I don't know. I just think it just looks sleazy. It just comes across as very sleazy because the handshake deal was done.
Yes.
You know, so that's why to me, for the first time since, I don't ever remember Baltimore ever coming across as like being just sleazy and scummy. This is the first time it does. It feels gross. It just feels gross. And you're right. Max Crosby gets screwed, but I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up somewhere else. Now, the real loser is probably the Raiders, because you're right. I really can't imagine that they're going to get 2 number 1 picks from anybody else.
Right. And here's the thing right here. Like I said, Pete, the sleaziness, Harbaugh just left.
Yep.
And like you said, this wouldn't have happened before. Max would have been there. And
Probably.
I'm sorry. I'm not sure if it was John Harbaugh there. I get the brothers confused all the time.
Yep. No show.
But this man right here, he would have made sure that if you would have gave him that piece the year before he left, come on, man. I mean, that's something that should have been done, but I understand where it is. Huda, what you feel about it? Hold on, before you go, Huda. T said, we cleared by dogs. Oh, she's good. She's good. March Madness is there. But the other one that she said, she was saying about them, she said she don't think that they really wanted them in the first place. I'm sorry. And this isn't even the right one.
If you don't want someone in the first place and you're willing to give up 2 first-round draft picks for him, that's wild to me then. Like, that's just wild. That's wild.
It is. Huda, how you feel about it?
I feel that Trey Hendrickson is younger, and Max Crosby, he's a name. That's all he is.
You think that?
He's a name.
Talk about it.
Trey has been way more productive than Max Crosby has. Stats wise, he's always been in the top 3 of the edge rushers. He's always him, Myles Garrett, and then comes Max. But the bells and whistles of the double X's, I guess that's the Max, that people see, got them all up and up and up and up about that. I think Baltimore did the right thing, but they should have looked at Trey first. But they got the right player for sure. And with Mac's situation, I still, not only did the Raiders lose out that way, Geno wanted out so he could go be with a competitive team, and he went to the Raiders.
He pulled a deep
Seattle, and now he's going back to the Jets. Who is really the loser here? The Raiders are. They had the worst season, and they still looking the worst to me.
You know what's so funny about that too is that they used $20 million to get Lindenbaum, thinking that Crosby was gone, and now he's still on the books.
Let's see.
So now they almost, now they almost have to, now they almost have to move him, and they'd be lucky to still get at least 1 first-round pick, because now teams know. Now they know. Oh shit, they got to move him. See, when you got to move him, you're not going to get as much as when you give me an offer and I'll listen. It's a very different ball game. Now, the only difference I will say, Trey Hendrickson is a pure pass rusher. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not trying to say there's anything wrong with that, because that's most important, frankly. Max Crosby does both. He's not as good a pass rusher as Trey Hendrickson, but he's a significantly better run defender.
Right.
He's an every down defensive end, where Hendrickson is more of just specializing in pass rushing. Yeah.
And
but that's it. Everything else you said is correct. Everything else you said, I
appreciate
you. JLE, where you at with it, JLE? What'd you say?
I said everybody lost.
Talk about it.
Baltimore Ravens lost because, to Pete's point, They look sleepy.
No. We talk about the Max Crosby and the Raiders. Talk about the Max. Yeah. Go ahead. Go for it. I'm sorry.
Like to Pete's point, the Baltimore Ravens look sleepy in the situation because you had Max Crosby. You know, like you said, the handshake deal had been done. Max Crosby was headed to Baltimore, and then you backed out. That's like you get to the wedding day and stand the bride up. That's what happened with Baltimore.
That's life.
Now the Raiders lose because, as far as football goes, Las Vegas is football purgatory. Nobody who is a competitive football player wants to play in Las Vegas. I'm sorry.
Not right now, and not in that division.
Definitely.
I'm sorry. Love the city. Love the casinos. That's probably what the best thing they got going for them, because their football team is trash. Max Crosby loses because he got Dalton Connect. Remember when the Lakers tried to trade Dalton Connect to Charlotte, and then Charlotte backed out the trade? What happened to Dalton Connect after that? He played terrible.
Right.
It affected with his mental state. Because these people wanted me so badly, and then they just flipped on me, and now they don't want me no more. So now we have to hope that the same thing doesn't happen to Max Crosby. I mean, I don't think it will in his case, because he didn't want to be in Las Vegas anyway. So I think that might just make him even more upset, and he might play harder, which might result in some unsportsmanlike conduct penalties if he does stay through the season. But I think like everybody loses all around. This was just a bad situation for everybody involved. it was bad. Mm-hmm. And I feel most sorry for Max Crosby because he's in the middle of it. But this was just a bad situation for everybody.
Bang! Bang! It's good.
All right, so we talked about Justin Fields going to Kansas City, and how Pete said, and I agree with, if you can't get it there, you're not going to get it anywhere. Do you guys feel the same as Kyler Murray going to the Vikings? Because this was crazy to me. I see why Arizona weren't ready to sign him, or weren't worried about that. They were ready to move on because of the talks that they have about Kyler Murray. And I don't think these are talks just being talks, because it's all over the media. And even with Kyler, they talk about how if the new Call of Duty is coming out, you won't get the same kind of attention span as him on the football field. And when does the Call of Duty come out? November, December. The best football is being played in January. What is going on? And him being over there, over at, what is it, JJ McCarthy, who they quickly turned the other cheek to after what they saw with Sam Darnold did out there in his absence. And then when they lost him, was like, yeah, we got McCarthy, we're gonna do. And then you saw, and now you guys think at all Kyler Murray is gonna do anything out there? I'm gonna leave it like that, because I'll save my take for very last.
I'll say yes. Kyler Murray is going to put on a clinic in the NFC North. I love Kyler Murray as a quarterback. I just hate that he just get a bad rep because he can't stay healthy and he's always on the move. But he is one of the most extensive players you're going to have in the backfield. And all they need, I mean, they got Justin Jefferson. Yes, give him time to get open. You got Addison back there. I mean, on the side. You got Naylor. You got people that can, you know what I'm saying, get to it. And then you got a run game behind you. He didn't have that with Arizona.
And a significant upgrade on the offensive line.
Yes, yeah. And then you got a boss defense. Yeah, they're going to be scary with a Kyler Murray. I hate that move because I'm a Lions fan. But,
and a coach who's exceptional with quarterbacks.
Yes, sir.
So
yes,
everything
sir.
is working in Kyler Murray's favor on this one. You mentioned the receivers, tight end, running backs, offensive line, and the coach, who has done an amazing job with pretty much everyone who's come through there. I have two concerns when it comes to Kyler Murray. Obviously, he's undersized. It's not even the injuries to me, because I think a lot of that is him always being forced to do too much. You know, he's a little undersized, so there's a lot of injury. But I think he's always had to do so much in Arizona because it just hasn't been much there. It's always been on his shoulders, and it won't really be like that in Minnesota. There's a lot of options. He throws a freaking beautiful ball. You know, he's certainly competitive, because you don't make plays like that if you don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not running around and extending a play for, what was that one? The one that always is so famous, is like 11, 12, 13 seconds, something like that. You don't do that if you're not super competitive. Correct. I worry about the size, and I certainly worry about leadership skills. Quarterbacks are very unique in sports. You have to show those leadership skills, and he really hasn't shown them. Frankly, even when he was back at Oklahoma, he wasn't known as a great leader. That's the only thing that concerns me, and really that should only be an issue later in the season and into the playoffs when a team needs to rally around their quarterback. But I would expect things to be a significant upgrade in his performance, simply just because what's around him is so much better than it's been in Arizona.
Bang! Bang! It's good!
Pete, you cooking with fish grease out here right now, man. JLE, what you feeling about it, man? Kyler Murray.
I think Kyler Murray to Minnesota was the right move. Because you all have pretty much said everything that needs to be said. He has talent around him. And Kyler Murray is a good quarterback. You know, you just haven't been able to see it because he's been playing in Arizona. And you know how that is. That's like playing in Vegas. Like, but the thing that concerns me isn't even Kyler Murray. What concerns me is the Vikings' morale. Because
that's major.
Because you sign Kyler Murray. You already have JJ McCarthy. And then they just re-signed Carson Wentz. So now you have three quarterbacks, two of whom are veterans, one who has playoff experience in Carson Wentz. And then you have this guy who's only been in the league for like 2 years. Now, you all drafted JJ McCarthy to be your long-term starter. After the season he put up last year, you go out and get a Kyler Murray, who's an established veteran, and then you also re-signed the guy who was backing up your supposed franchise quarterback. So now, where does this leave JJ McCarthy? Is he going to be the second? Is he going to
block?
In the hospital where he always at. He's never healthy.
I might be able to answer that a little bit though.
He's never healthy.
is he going to be the backup to Kyler Murray, or is he going to be the third string behind Carson Wentz?
He's gonna be on IR. I don't wish it on him, but he's always on IR.
Elaborate on that real quick, Pete.
Let's remember that Kyler Murray is still going to be paid by the Arizona Cardinals. So Minnesota has him on the real cheap. So they get to look at this as like, let's see what he does. Let's see how he is. And real cheap. There's no commitment here. And if JJ McCarthy comes in at some point during the season, or if he's ready next season, they lose nothing. That's the thing here. It's the same thing with what is going on in Atlanta with Tua. You say, why not? Because all you have to sign him for is $1.5 million because Miami's paying the rest. So there's nothing to lose. It's all gain for Minnesota. If Kyler Murray comes out and he does what a couple of us or all of us think he's capable of doing with those athletes around him, that offensive line and that coach, if he shows out, let's say they go to the second round of the playoffs, third round, championship round, and lose. Now you might want to sign him.
Yeah, he'll be back.
But if he doesn't and JJ McCarthy comes in, or you want to go back to him, you lose nothing. So that's part of the equation that has to, go into this of why would you bring him in? Because It's low risk, high reward. If he balls out, then you sign him. And if he doesn't, I can't even believe I'm saying this out loud in the English language, but what's $1.5 million between friends? You know what I'm saying? So, that's how they're looking at it. That's really how they're looking at it.
Continue on, Daly.
Okay, that is a good point. But and you said Kyler Murray is a low risk, high reward quarterback,
Absolutely.
which is true, which is very true. But then you still got JJ McCarthy,
Yes.
who is a high risk, low reward quarterback.
Very injury prone, man.
What is it?
Because last year when JJ McCarthy was healthy, he probably had one good game out of all the games he started in Minnesota. And I think it was either a Sunday night game or something where they came back and won.
Yeah.
It's
And he let
floor space
and he
is a crawl space under the house. His floor
Yeah.
starts in the basement and it's not a basement, it's a crawl space.
That's what
If
it's
you
called.
Yeah.
Availability, I mean, the best ability is availability. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
which he does not have.
Right.
And part of it is it's not on him, but part of it is on him. Because if you watch JJ McCarthy play, he plays wild. Like he plays crazy. Like he just be out there throwing the ball. Like, bro, are you trying to throw it to your receiver or just throw it in the area? like what, like, sir, what are you really doing with yourself right now? So that's what I'm concerned about. Because if Kyler Murray doesn't work, yes, low risk, high reward. But you didn't really gain anything, even if it's just $1.5 million. Now, me, I'm cheap. Like, I want to make sure my money is well spent, even if it's $1.5 million. So, if I get Kyler Murray and he goes out there and stinks up the joint, well, damn, I still got JJ McCarthy.
Still
So,
got Carson
that's-
Wentz.
I take Carson over JJ.
Yeah, JJ gonna be on IR, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I think he's 1 foot out the door right now. I think that's why they bought Kyler, because what they have, remember, Sam Darnold, they got him from San Francisco, and they were like, he's a backup, but he knows the game. He knows the game. And with those receivers and weapons they had, that's why Sam Darnold won a Super Bowl. The man proved that he can throw it. Now you put Kyler in that situation. Now he's short like Brock, but you look at how Brock is with weapons. He does his thing. And I don't want to get on here and start sounding sad or anything, but these shorter quarterbacks, they need lines.
Get him, Chris.
They, like y'all said, he's got it. He's got the weapons. I think he's good. I think the only thing we can say from all of this is cash, and there's not a whole lot of cash. And speaking on cash, I want to go ahead and move it fast. The one guy that's robbing the industry right now, he wore chains. They had him on the plane with all of these things. He flirt with dozens. Is Kirk Cousins. This man will sign less than a $40 to $50 million contract. This man is making money out here. What are we talking about? What are we doing, y'all?
Hey, I need to know who Kirk Cousins' agent is, because bro,
Who is his cousins? What's going on? This man is related to money. He don't sign. The man don't even have to do nothing. He's got the best gritty in the game.
but his swag stuff is terrible.
Oh man, come on, man. I don't understand. He's got one. Was it playoff appearance?
Yep.
Your January performance is horrible, but you're being paid as if you're a Tom Brady, you're a Josh Allen, or you're a damn. Come on, man. Why my brain always does this when I'm on a roll?
Or a Daniel Jones who just got 40 million.
No, like a Patrick Mahomes, man. You're making money, but what are you doing out here, man? Besides, really, what are you doing?
He ain't got to do nothing.
Y'all talk to me, man.
Here's the
So
thing: these quarterbacks can hold these teams hostages, especially if you're desperate.
Correct.
And Atlanta is desperate.
That's why I just brought up Daniel Jones. Could you imagine a guy who blew out his Achilles was able to hold a team hostage for $40 million? I don't even know if he's going to be able to start the season. Like, that's what happens, right? That's desperation when you don't have a quarterback, because the simple reality is in this league, if you don't have a quarterback, you're not competitive. Period. End of story. There's nothing else to even talk about. There just isn't.
It's good.
So what Kirk Cousins has done really well is show out at just the right time. You know, he was smart in Washington. He took the what the hell's it called? But he took the, when you only get 1 year, top 3, average of the top 3. What did the fuck they call that?
Well, how they prorate it for the pay?
I forget what the hell they call it. I'm drawing a blank, but that's how he got the money to then go. He took that, and then he was a free agent, goes to Minnesota, and then he gets the money to go to Atlanta, and then he just had just enough games, played pretty well when the quarterback went down in Atlanta, so now he's going to get paid again. It's just his timing has been very good too.
I wonder who his agent is, because I need to holler
Roger Goodell.
Yeah, I know what I do, because man, you give me 1 M, I'm good. I'm good. And just because you get me 1 M, but I'm worth way more than that, man. You're looking at 2 different Petes out here, man. I've never seen that. It was always a Peter. Fuck the Peters. Pause.
Depends on who's going to be doing it, but all right.
Well, I can tell you from somebody that lives in Georgia who has to look at the Falcons. Thankfully, I got NFL League Pass, so I can look at everybody.
Oh man, we're gonna hook you up. We're gonna hook you up. I'm gonna send you the link. I'm gonna hook you up.
Yeah, buddy.
Hook me up, but yeah, I'm gonna get you every game. Without that, you don't need it no more. I'm gonna hook you up every single game.
I watch everything.
Yes,
but as somebody who has to watch the Atlanta Falcons, this thing started when they drafted Michael Penix Jr.
They should have kept that, but he got hurt.
No. They shouldn't have drafted him, period.
Yeah, they paid Kurt all that money.
Yeah, exactly. They paid Kirk Cousins $100 million,
right?
And then you drafted a quarterback. If anything, now this is what I wanted them to do. So I know he keeps coming up in conversation, but he keeps coming up because his career has been criminal so far. Atlanta should have really got Justin Fields. That's what they really should have got. He's from, number one, he's from Georgia. So he'd have been coming back home to play for his home state team.
Hold on. We got some breaking news.
Get out of town.
He said the Raiders are trading for Joe Burrow.
No way.
Oh my!
He's gonna die in Vegas.
He's gonna die. He's already hurt in Cincinnati. Oh my goodness!
And Cincinnati
is doing. I'm on my board right now. I'm looking into it right now, man. This is crazy.
God,
this is crazy.
Football purgatory has officially changed from Las Vegas to Cincinnati.
Oh my goodness! I can't believe this right here. This is major. This is major breaking news right now.
That is
because who is the backup quarterback in Cincinnati? Y'all don't know, do you?
I thought
y'all don't know, do you? That's how insignificant he is. Nobody knows him.
Wait, I do know who it is.
And then the last time he played, I think the first game he played, the Bengals got blown out, and he threw like 4 interceptions.
She said she thinks this is a false because this was in NFL news. We're gonna see. We're gonna find out.
Let's put a pin in that one for now, though.
I'm about to fact check that right now.
Yeah,
all of us went to our screens, and
I'm not seeing that one just yet.
We were in it. We were all the way in it, man. I trust AT.
Oh damn!
Hey, T, don't you do us like that. Don't you do us like that.
Don't do that.
April Fools. No, it ain't even April yet.
Oh, yeah, almost. Okay, we'll save that. We'll save that. But yes.
Yeah, I'm not sick. I ain't seeing nothing about it. And that big of a story, that big of a story, that'd have been trending right now.
That would
He's
be
The only
not
thing
on
that,
he's
that would
not
be
on the
on
trading block.
everything.
He's
That
not
would
on
the
the
only,
trading block.
That would be on everybody's. I think I would have got a ticker on that right there.
Yeah, he's
I
not on the
definitely
block.
would.
yeah, the only thing I'm seeing about Joe Burrow is Tom Brady taking a dig at him.
All right, well, y'all, I got a little trivia for y'all, man.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Okay.
It's 4 of us. I'm not in it, but I got 4 questions for y'all, and I got Pete in the building. You already know what time.
Can I say something right quick before we
Yes,
start?
you can say something real
Pete-
quick. I hope it's something. Not
Pete,
lose.
if you lose, you have to come back for the next episode and do that cold take.
Well, then I'm definitely gonna lose. Let's go.
I love it. I love it. Let's go. I like that. Yeah. Hey, that's bait,
Might as well just sit this one out.
man.
The chips are in, everybody. The chips are in. And T said, hold on. T said, that's why I said, look, don't worry, T. We wait.
Yeah,
T,
we was on it.
We not. We
Yeah.
was. We was.
Yeah.
On it. We was on it. We was ready to break that breaking news
Yeah.
first. But yes,
Facts.
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. When it does, they'll be able to look back and be like, "Yeah, we did do it," and y'all can. We said it first, but no. Right now, it just hit like.
From what I saw, he's not even up for grabs. Like he's not even on the
grabs.
trade block.
It's
That's
Joe
not an option.
Burrow. It's Cincinnati. What else you got? Let's stop it. But who has the most Super Bowl wins of all time?
Coach or player?
Player.
I mean, Tom Brady got 7.
It's gotta be Tom Brady, right?
I'm gonna say a coach or player or just
No, it's just player.
Just
player.
player.
They
I
could
mean,
be wrong, Huda. They could be wrong, Huda. So think about your answer.
I am.
You know, I try to mix it up so people don't ride off of each other's answers. They could be wrong, Huda. So think wisely, man.
I'm gonna have to say Tom Brady though.
I
I'm gonna have to.
get quiet and he was
I
drawing
had
it
to
out.
think about it. Yeah.
3 seconds, Huda. That's
Next
a
time.
warning right now. That's a warning.
All right. Fair.
That's a warning. All right.
Fair.
And you was like, wait a minute, Pete, it is real tricky. But no.
Yeah. Yeah. You do be giving them trick
Let
questions.
them do that. All right. What team has the most Super Bowl victories?
well, victories.
Yeah, what team?
Hmm.
I'm gonna say Pittsburgh Steelers.
I know they have 6, so
I'm-
they have
oh, they
six.
have-
It
Patriots-
could be a
I'm
tie,
Patriots.
but yeah.
I know the
Yeah, I
Patriots
think
have-
there's 3 teams with.
So I'm just throwing one because he's trying to trick us up here, man. I'm
Well,
telling you, he'll get you.
I don't know.
He'll get you.
Most is it a tie? I don't know. It's up to it's the trivia.
I'm just
I
gonna
know,
say
okay,
Steelers.
so I know the Patriots have. Yeah, they have 6 or
Pittsburgh
5.
has 6. I think San Francisco.
We got 5. We're on the quest for 6.
Okay.
Okay, so I think New England
Those
has 6. So yeah, I think New England has 6 because Tom Brady got a 7th ring in Tampa Bay.
Right.
So yeah, so I think
That's your answer?
I'm gonna say New England.
Steelers in New England.
Yeah, so yes, yeah.
Oh,
I
you
think-
can only get one. Whoa, give me one.
No. He was right. He was right. I said which team, and that's how I trick you, Huda.
I
It's
said
two-
you triggers. I said it's a
No,
tie.
It's a tie. But you
Yeah.
okay, so you and Pete got that. Jelly, you got that wrong. So they're in the lead right now. It's 1-0.
So it's Pittsburgh and somebody else.
Patriots.
New England.
And New England.
Pittsburgh and New England.
They're
Okay.
tied. They're in that tier of the 6. Everybody else is on the quest for 6. And the ones that's beneath them is the Cowboys and the 49ers. And then it's everybody else on what they have, and which is, what they have.
Mm.
Yeah, it's what they have, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is what they have.
So it's nowhere near, I mean, I'm sorry.
Mm, man.
Like,
I should get half credit for New England at least.
I'll give you that. No. You got tricked by the questions, and now you want to look, and now you want to come and try to get some partial credit. I'm bringing the violin. You're not
I'd
doing
give
me.
him half. I'd give him half. I'm
I
generous.
mean, I mean, at least I said one of the right teams.
So I got to give this to my partner Pete too, and I got to give it to you too. There's only one answer, and the answer is fucking wrong. And Pete got his answer right, so he's trying to make you feel good. But we're not feeling good. I don't give out no 8th place medals and trophies. We're not doing it.
No lollipops. Let's go.
All right. Okay.
All right.
I'll take that.
How many points is a touchdown worth?
6.
6.
Yeah, 6.
Everybody says 6.
Yep.
Yeah.
A touchdown is worth 5.5 points, and the extra point is worth 2.5 points.
No way.
Ain't no way in the hell.
Man, no.
Ain't no way.
Nah.
No,
So
sir.
Talking about the
6
points.
No,
with the
sir.
extra point.
No,
He's
sir.
trying to get us, yo.
All right, yeah, he trying to get it. Nah, all the times I've been playing, man, every time I kick an extra point, I would get 1 point for that shit.
1 point.
No, sir.
Okay, so what position in the NFL has the most MVPs in the Super Bowl?
In the Super Bowl?
Yes, this is all teams, everything combined. Super Bowl MVPs. What player has the most?
Yeah.
You said-
Not what player. I'm sorry. What
What
position has the
I'm
most?
gonna go a quarterback.
Uh,
I'm gonna go with linebacker.
What?
Yep.
I'm gonna go quarterback too.
The answer is Huda. You are out of this.
I know.
we got a tie. Wait, no, because that was your first right
That's
one.
the first.
So Pete brought this thing home, man. Pete brought it home, man. For the Pete's, you know what time it is, man.
Yes, sir.
So before we get out of here, if y'all had any more topics that y'all want to talk about, now's the time to bring it up before we bring those shout outs out, man. Any topic that y'all want to talk about before we get out of here?
I want to add one idea, not necessarily a move, but an idea of this time of year in free agency. There's 2 types of teams, and you got to figure out where your team fits. But there's there's a team that's building for the future, and there's a team that's trying to win this coming season. So, like, that's why I mentioned before Tennessee. You know, they had such a rough season. The quarterback was under duress, but they went and they picked up a shitload of offensive linemen
And Robert
also
Saleh.
defensive linemen. And they bring in Robert Saleh, right? So you can see there's a team that's building for the future. The Jets made some moves that weren't big splashy stuff, but you're like, okay, solidifying things. And then there's those teams that are trying to make moves for this year. Denver was one game away from going to the Super Bowl, and then they go and get a Jalen Waddle. I love that, right? That's a move for this coming season. Same with the San Francisco bringing in Mike Evans. They make a move for this season, veteran team, veteran coach trying to make a run. So that's what you're trying to fit your team into. You know, did your team try to do things for the future, or is your team trying to build for this coming season? That's where it becomes really fun and really interesting. And that's really what teams should be graded on. You know, were they consistent? That's why the one thing that with Miami I thought was good, that what they did, they moved on from some things and are looking to the future. Then it was just strange to bring in Malik Willis on a 3-year contract, because by the time they're good, that contract's going to be over. So it just is a little conflicting there. I'm not sure what they're doing there, but that's what you're trying to look to see. Did a team do well, or did they do not so well? What are they building for this season or for the future?
Shout out to Malik Willis though. I mean, that game he played in Green Bay got him his bag. So shout out to him.
Yeah.
Total shocker to me, because he looked lost in Tennessee and then looked like a friggin' star with Green Bay, an absolute star.
And I'll say this, Pete, off of what you were saying off of Tennessee, They spent the most money this year, I think above $285 million in the pickups that they got.
Yep.
The-
O-line, D-line, cornerback. That's all they did. O-line, D-line, cornerback.
They did what they did with their money, and I would have done the same thing on trying to get a restart with a great coach. But I think off of picks and everything that everybody slept on, nobody's looking at what Detroit has done this year in the offseason. Those guys and what Dan Campbell and what he's gonna have these guys ready to do, bite a kneecap off, and all of this stuff right here. Yeah, they did lose the BJ, and that's all they're considered them as right now. Because I'm a converted Lions fan. You know, we do, whether it's going to be 49ers or it's going to be Lions. And Pete, we want to get you to call a couple games, and JLE, you too this year, call a couple games with y'all's team live on it, because man, it's fun. It's a great thing to do. But I think Detroit did a great thing with all of their pickups. Pete, I want to also ask you, I know on your page, you'll be doing the draft. Will you be covering draft nights on your page?
I have to talk with my partner, Scotty Bracey, whether or not we do it live, because sometimes that's, scheduling is always tough, but we're definitely going to be talking about it. We really dive into it. Like, we get into, a lot of these positions, top 5, top 10 at each position, some more than others, quarterback, wide receiver for sure. Offensive line, we really do. I say this all the time. We talk about the real sexy stuff: offensive line, defensive line, and salary cap. This is what everybody wants to listen to a podcast, right? Not exactly, but these are the things that really matter the most. So we really dive into it, and it's always a lot of fun pre-draft, and then of course post-draft to see what we think about how those teams built for the future.
Well, that's awesome. So if any time that you and Scotty want to join us, because we will be covering it this year for the second year. Yes, shout out to us. Last year we did it. We had a hell of a time. We did it the first 2 days. We didn't do it after that because of
it gets funky.
But this year, if you guys want to tune in, or if you want to tune in, however it is, if y'all aren't doing it live, man, come and join in with us.
See if we can jump in with you. I'd love to.
Throw a couple back, do what we want to do, talk about it, and you and Scotty's takes on the inside and outside of it, what y'all do, we will cover that, and we'll make a segment on that before it, because there's a whole bunch of time they have in between the drafts and everything like that. So we can let you guys do that, and we can also incorporate it with it, like live on the fly. I'd love to have you out here like that, man.
Sounds great. Would love to join you.
Damn right, man.
I got something to say. I think we should all do, before the draft, our own personal mock draft for our teams.
I think that'll be awesome, because all of us have separate teams. I think that would be awesome. Or we could do, maybe if we get all of our players and all of our picks and everything together, we can do that right before the actual draft actually starts.
Sounds good.
So we can do that all in, the first episode of the draft, and we can kill some content, man. I love it.
I love it too. I love it,
man. I love
Sounds
it.
good.
Outside of that, one more thing. I did tell you, whenever a coach comes to a team, they bring somebody they like.
That's true.
Petzing, Drew bought Greg Dortch, and he is a phenomenal slot, at best, and he can run. He's fast. We need that. We got Amon-Ra, we got J-Mo, we got Tesla, we got Dortch now.
Man, you adding him to ramen. I mean, you adding him to ramen noodles, man. It's all good. I already know. I'd say it like
delicious.
Run all that. Come on, man. That's fire. Yeah. That's fire. Like your background, man. That's fire, man. I love the Detroit. I love the Detroit, man. You good, man. I'm gonna give a shout out to your illustrator. that did your background for you.
I appreciate him. His name is Scat Williams. You got to meet him.
Shout out to Scat, man. Shout out to Scat. He's probably talking like Cat Williams right now. Somewhere in the place to be. I don't know. You got to be in tune with your star player, boo boo.
And we did get a dog center. We talked centers.
Yes, we
Cade
did.
Mays had 0 sacks for the Carolina Panthers. Let's put that in our pipe.
And the Panthers are crying right now from that. They
Yeah,
did
they
pick up some good things. They did pick up some good things, and
They did.
Panthers
They're a
last
team to
year-
pay attention to next year.
yeah, they definitely are. We tried it this year, Pete, and they made us mad every time that we cheered for them.
Well, they were up and down for sure. From
We
game
made
to
our
game, you never know.
when
You
we
got to
made
look
our
at their division, though. Like, their division always got almost a losing record. Like, nobody in their division be popping like that.
Huda, I'm telling Pete this because every Sunday morning when we did our picks and we included Carolina and tried to show them love, they
I tried
lost
to give
those
it to them.
games, and we stopped picking them.
That was me.
putting
That
them
was
in-
me with Atlanta last year.
Yeah,
Every week I picked the wrong side with Atlanta. I'm like, this is the week for Atlanta, and then they'd lose. And then they'd go and they beat Minnesota in Minnesota. And then I'm like, no, definitely this time. And then they'd lose. So I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But Carolina is a team to pay attention to this year. Beating the
Yeah.
Rams in the regular season and then
Yes.
taking them to the absolute brink in the playoffs. That's got to build confidence. Bryce Young at times looked spectacular. I got to think he takes another step. So do not be shocked if Carolina takes another step forward this year.
Do not. And with that being said, also outside of the draft next year when we're doing it, Sunday mornings early or Sundays, we get together and we do our picks. If ever you guys want to join us on those right there, we don't try to extend it. We try to make it a 15 to a 30-minute show
Cool.
so we can do our picks and get on up out of here. But with all that being said, everybody, man, bring y'all shots out so we can get on up out of here, man. I got a good plate of chicken and floppy fries. So I'm ready to go ahead and nail that and get and get on up out of here. I got my drinks on deck, everything. Y'all already know what time it is. I didn't play devil's advocate tonight because I would have looked stupid as hell, and we're here to bring you the facts, data, and statistics. So if it's outside of that, I'm not gonna do it. I had a great cast on here with me today. The one and only Pete Colasano. Camden to Camden, we are in the building. I had Huda LK and the one and only JLE the 3. Y'all run y'all shots out, man.
I'll let y'all go first.
Well, I will be finishing my Vodka Club Splash of Cran in about 30 seconds. And you can catch me in a Bump and Run sports podcast with my buddy Scott Bracey. We do it once a week. Find us on Spotify, Apple, all the different places.
All right.
JLE.
Sir. All right, Chef. First of all, always shout out to the Hand of the Bay crew. Pete, Huda, TT. Even though she can't be on, she's watching. You know, everybody who's involved. Pete. So
And
nice.
Pete needs a timeout. Hold on. I'm sorry. Pete needs a timeout. Which one? I think you're picking on me, T, because I'm black. Go ahead, JLE.
Oh yeah. Pete, it was so nice to meet you, have you on the show, man. I love your knowledge. I love your knowledge about all things sports. Man, I can't wait to chop it up with you again.
Absolutely.
Pete, Huda, always good to hang out with y'all guys, man. Shout out everybody, peace and blessings.
Huda, let's get it.
Yes, sir. All right. So first, salute to the viewers. Hit that like, share, subscribe button, follow on Twitch or any other platform we're on. Make sure you're showing that love and support. Let people know that the stats, data, and statistics is right here on Hate or Debate. Shouts out to you, Pete the Geek, for everything that you do for us by bringing us together. Shouts out to you, Pete, and Bump and Run Sports Podcast. I will be hitting you off with a subscribe or a follow, whichever platform I catch on, and I will be paying attention. I will be in your chat because I like your stats, data, and statistics. You're a good one. And on top of that, salute to the Hater Debate family. If y'all love music, check out War Stories Radio live on Twitch. We got everything from rock, rap, country, R&B, old school, independent artists, all the above. 24 hours streaming. We pay royalties to independent artists. Salute to y'all. Outside of that, man, I just want to say I love you all. God bless. And King Carden, salute and welcome to the world. That's my grandson, by the way.
All right.
Definitely, man. Hey, all I gotta say is shout out to you guys. Y'all made the show happen tonight. I'm always loving to have you guys in here with me. We can talk sports as we all talk and say in the backstage. This is our therapy. For everybody that's watching, y'all got to understand, we love to talk, but not just talk. We love to talk sports. So bring this to you guys, and you guys following us, enjoying, liking, commenting on the content. You already know I'm going to say something to everybody and everything that y'all have to say. I do not leave one comment unturned. I'm going to debate him in the content. I'm going to debate you in the comments. I'm going to debate you everywhere it goes, whether it makes sense or it doesn't. Just to get you out here, man. I promise you, I'm on my easy E right now, man. All publicity is good publicity. And with that being said, shout out to Pete, and y'all look out to him soon with that black suit coming, so he can be a part of the guap squad. Let's get it, man. We love y'all. Let's get it.
Yeah! Here to bring you the facts, data, and statistics up close and personal. Letting you decide if it truly is hate or debate. Hate or debate.